Battle Royale games are now popping up everywhere. If a new game starts gaining popularity, it's probably a Battle Royale game. And if it isn't, it probably should reconsider its business plan. What is it about these games that people love so much? And is it just a trend, or is this really the future of gaming? The genre itself really came together from two separate genres of video games. The last man standing modes that were existent in first-person shooters, and then also open-world survival games. Those two genres of video games have kind of come together to make what we now know as the Battle Royale genre. The first true Battle Royale game was actually a mode for Minecraft called Survival Mode, which was pretty much inspired by the Hunger Games. It was actually originally called Hunger Games mode. But the genre really started to take shape as a mod for the game Arma 2, which would later become the game DayZ, which would later be modded again into the standalone phenomenon PUBG. Maybe someday the gaming community will have modded all of these open world games so much that we'll have gone all the way back to just like some crappy story mode game, where you're constantly being pushed into the next phase of the story. Oh, and there's also H1Z1, which was basically the Battle Royale mod for Arma 3. But PUBG was really the defining game for the genre. PUBG had massive success in early access, and it really paved the way for the genre as a whole. And then obviously Fortnite, which I'm guessing you probably already know about. Apart from the genre really working itself out and getting better, what is it about this type of game that people love so much? Why is it so endlessly playable for so many people? It's gotta be more than just getting a headshot or playing on a large map. Those things had really already been around for a long time. Is it just that feeling you get when you overcome 99 other players? I really don't think so. Each encounter really feels like its own battle, and I don't get the sense that higher level players really care that much whether they got 10 kills or 20 kills. And really, the appeal of the game can't just be getting that win, because 90% of players pretty much never win. Maybe to some extent it's that prospect of winning. I don't know. I really think it's more than that. Here are the 3 reasons that I think Battle Royale games are so popular right now. And I know there are probably other things that I'm missing. If you can think of anything, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Okay, so the first thing I think is that the stakes are higher. So the biggest difference between games like PUBG or Fortnite and say Call of Duty or CSGO is that you have no second chance. If you die, the game is over. There's no respawn, there's no way to come back. And I really think this is why players experience more of an adrenaline rush in Battle Royale games. It feels more real, like more final, than if you just sort of respawn on the other side of the map and jump back in and fight again. That just doesn't feel realistic. So I think it has that element of realism with it just kind of being one shot. I don't know, I guess you could say it's less arcadey feeling. The second thing I think is this concept of looting. So looting in Battle Royale games is, I would say, a lot like eating candy corn. Nobody really likes it, but it's just oddly addictive. Like, you just keep doing it. Looting has that element of luck and gambling, really. Every time you open a chest or walk into a room, there's that possibility that you're gonna find something amazing, even though most of the time you just get garbage. The third thing is that you have more control over what you do in the game. Now, there's obviously an element of luck in Battle Royale games. That's actually a huge part of these games. With looting and then also the position of the zone or the storm. That's not really what I'm getting at though. Because the map is so much bigger than other shooter games, you really can go anywhere you want. You can play the game with different strategies, there's so much you can do. And again, this gives the game less of an arena feel or an arcadey feel. You don't know when or how you're gonna encounter your next opponent, and the fights are just so much different than in a regular shooter. It's just so refreshing when you're used to playing games where you're constantly fighting people in the same spots, in the same positions, over and over and over again, and you die, and you just come back and do it, like over and over again. You know where people are gonna be coming. It just gets old. Now, do I think that Battle Royale games are gonna be the new standard for video games? So first off, you have to understand that these things aren't black and white. We tend to think that when one game is blowing up or one genre of game is blowing up, it must mean that all the other games are dying and no one is playing them. And that's just not the case. With that being said, I would say that Battle Royale games are basically the standard right now. Whether you like that or not, that's just kind of the way it is. Again, this doesn't mean that other games can't work, not saying that. They can, and they do. What I am saying is that this is way more than just a trend. Like, if you think that this is just a trend, I think you're wrong. Gaming has been moving in this direction in so many different ways for such a long time. Everything in gaming has slowly been moving more towards online, PvP, competitive gaming. And then also with games like GTA and other games, this idea of an open world system has really been what people want. All of this is really to combat sort of the formulaic feel of older games that didn't really allow you as a player to be creative. And I really think that's the reason why we've seen so much incredible content from Battle Royale games. There's just so many like creative things you can do. Anyways, those are just my thoughts. I'm sure there's way more to the appeal and also the success of Battle Royale games than just this. These are just the things that I feel make them so appealing for people. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, peace out.